Words of the day: leadership and execution. Now, I was inspired to share this with you after a conversation I had with a client this morning. I have a client that has massive success. They've had huge growth in the past couple of years at their company. And a lot of what they do lead generation wise is our processes and our systems and our scripts. And so they have great success, and other companies are noticing and asking them, hey, what do you do for this? Hey, what do you do for this? And they go, we're on Megan's process. We're on Megan's scripts. We just follow what she tells us to do, and it works, right? And it's interesting because some of those companies asking them those questions are also clients. And they go, well, we have those scripts. Why aren't we seeing those results? Because you're not executing on the process the way we told you to execute on the process. The company that's asking for help usually took the process and went, I don't like this part. I'm going to change it. Oh, I don't really like these words. I'm going to change. Oh, our sales team won't like that. Oh, that won't work in my market. And they pretty much, decrease their own effectiveness by changing the proven methodology, the proven scripting that we know works all the time, right? We already spent years paying the dumb techs to figure this stuff out, thousands and probably millions of customer interactions to find out the way that customers operate and the way that customers respond to certain things. So anytime you make any sort of change to that, right, you're going to increase frustration, and you're going to decrease effectiveness. And so it's just interesting to me how I watch this happen over and over and over again. I can provide 3 companies in the same market with the exact same processes, same training, and I can give them each the rod and reel, right? And then company A catches a whole boatload of fish, right? Company B, they catch some fish. Company C, no fish at all, okay? And we look at that and we say, well, why is that? Company A implements the process perfectly. Company B does it for the most part, but with a few little tweaks. And Company C decided to change it back so that my new process I gave them that works resembles their old broken process that they called me to fix. If you were doing that great with your process, you wouldn't have called me because you weren't getting the results you needed. So do me a favor, friends. If we give you a process, if we give you a script, just execute it. Go out there and implement it. I promise it won't have worse results than your previous process, right? It reminds me of something Gary Vaynerchuk always says. I hear him say all the time. People ask him, well, why do you give all this free advice online? He said, because 98% of you won't execute on it anyway. And that is so, so true. And that is why I can teach the same thing to 5 different companies in the exact same market, selling the exact same products, and many of them will have success with it, and some of them won't. And it's because of the level of leadership and the level of execution. So make it a great week, my friends. Happy Monday. And hey, happy executing. Get out there and do it.